hell is that? Oh, it's using. Fuck. Dude. Hello, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties already. It literally never, ever fails. We have two cameras, and it selected the wrong camera. So, can you guys hear me? That's the first question. Awesome. Hey, Leroy. Where are you from? Sorry, guys. I'm messing with the freaking camera here. It's killing me. All right, there we go. Now, camera's set up, microphone set up. Should be sounding fantastical with this new mic. We got 3 people on. Minnesota. Awesome. I've driven through Minnesota. I've never actually been to it. I'm guessing you ice fish out there because there's not much else to do in Minnesota. Driven through it, actually. You guys have ice out there yet? Let me see if I can. No. Extend. Three to 6 inches of ice is really good because I was standing on like 2 inches of ice yesterday and it was sketchy as crap. Hey, Evan from Maine. Where else are you guys from? We got 4 people in the chat. Which is awesome. 5 people joined. Where are you from in Maine, Evan? Oh, I might have talked to you before. I'm not sure. I know where you're from, David. Laconia, around southern Maine. Yeah, I just hit Sebago Monday this week, and it was not a good idea. Utah? Where in Utah? I've been there, have an ice fish there. I've seen some cool videos come out of there, that area. You don't have to tell me like a town, just like a general area, obviously. Hope you guys can still hear me. I'm new to this microphone setup. Got a fancy mic and a fancier camera for you guys, so I can come in nice and clear. Near Salt Lake. All right, good. Close enough for me. You ice fish down there a lot? Or are you just here for the chat? Hey, how's it going, bud? Awesome. Glad you guys could make it. Love when people show up. I'm going to split screen here so I actually stare at the. There we go. Now I'm staring at the chat, which makes me look like I'm looking at you, which is good. Glad you made it, bud. Glad you guys are all out here ice fishing. Who's been on ice this year besides me? There's a video coming out at 9 o'clock tonight. Just like for you guys, it's not even listed yet. It's going to be posting at 9. I've heard of Strawberry Reservoir. Great place for Utah fish. Lots of cuts, rainbows, and Koniki. I've tried to go for Koniki before, or Koniki. Haven't been. I fished from shore, so it wasn't successful. It was in California, I think. I don't do iceshanty.com. I don't have time for a lot of forums. Besides social media, if you guys think I should join it, I will be happy to join it and share my stuff. I've like Google searched some stuff and it pointed to me to that forum, but I haven't been there for like a long time. No. Sorry, I'm messing with the camera again. Trying to make this look good for you guys. And better. Cool. Oh yeah, I'll post my lives on there. You know what? I'm gonna do while I'm on the chat with you guys. iceshanty.com. Yeah, I just don't know a lot of people that are on there, but I'm not on there, so I don't really know. I try to post the lives on Facebook. The problem with Facebook and YouTube is they clash with each other. You post anything that's like YouTube related on Facebook, and Facebook brings it right to the bottom. Like it does not get promoted basically on there for some reason. I mean, they're competitors, so I completely understand it, but it's annoying for someone who wants to like fish in New Hampshire and show people that are fishing in New Hampshire that I'm talking live about New Hampshire ice fishing and fishing in general. So whatever. Ports for all the other state. Oh yeah, I'll check it out. I'm on there right now. I'll have to join up. Seems pretty active. Yeah. So who else has been on ice this year? Besides me. After this weekend. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't even been checking the weather. I am going ice fishing tomorrow. That is the plan, at least. As the plan, at least. I'm going. Can't tell you where I'm going just because I don't want people chasing after where I'm going and then falling through the ice and then blaming me, saying, he did something stupid. Let's talk about like ice fishing gear. I talk about it in my video that's coming out tonight briefly. But let's talk about what I wear. Usually, actually, that's a picture of me wearing my Striker ice suit. That was on Champlain. So I wear Striker Predator bibs and Striker Predator jacket, which is technically a float suit. It's not U.S. Coast Guard approved as a floating device, but it should keep you floating for like 2 hours. Thank you, David. Yeah, I made it public this time. And I wear muck boots, which I just talked to someone who just fell in yesterday, and they said their muck boots filled completely full of water and they were awful and almost made them drown. So I might not wear my muck boots tomorrow. I might wear normal boots that I can like kick if I do fall in. I also wear like the ice picks so you can climb yourself out. I also spud bar no matter where I'm going when I'm walking out, which I just started doing last year. I wasn't doing it before because I didn't know any better. Spud bar is key. And when I'm walking with a spud bar, if I'm walking on a path that I've already walked on, I will carry the spud bar sideways, like, sorry, I'm touching the mic, like this. So if I do fall through, it'll touch the ice first and I'll be able to like push myself out. That's the theory. I haven't tried it yet, or I haven't had haven't fallen through yet. Knock on wood, haven't fallen through yet to use that basically. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. I'm talking to the person who fell through the ice. That's right now, actually. Yeah, I would not wear hip waders. I would not wear anything that would make you sink to the bottom of the lake, for sure. And I know they do make, I don't know if it's Clam or there's another brand out there that's actually the jacket's actually U.S. Coast Guard approved for flotation. And the problem is not floating. The problem is your body will shut down just from the cold and knock you down. But let's that's first ice safety. You guys don't need to hear too much more from me. Just be safe out there. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Go be safe. I'm out there safe as I can be, fishing shallow water like New Hampshire and whoever's from Michigan or Salt Lake or Utah. Do you guys fish like super shallow in the very early season, like for those trout? Like, are they in like that anywhere from 1 foot to 5 foot of water? Let me know, because that's kind of interesting if it's like the same wherever else. There's a lot of food in that part of the water column. That's why I'm assuming they stay there. So tomorrow I'll be going for trout. That's goal number one. And then if that doesn't work out, we're going to switch over to panfish. Yeah, we'll switch over to panfish and see if that works. But let's talk about some new gear that I'm trying on the ice this year. One of the new things I'm trying out a new inline ice reel from PC Fun. It's coming in, said December 16th, which I'm really not happy about, which is in a couple weeks. I'll have a chance to use it this winter, of course. Using that, I have the K drill, the 7.5 inch with the Milwaukee fuel, and I got 2 5-amp-hour batteries for that. I do like it. And if you guys are K drill owners, anybody in the chat here, there's free blade sharpening for life. If you guys didn't know that, just send them in. Obviously not right now. It's not a good time. Send them in. They'll sharpen them. They can sharpen them like 2 or 3 times before you have to buy new ones. So it's free. You mail them in. It costs, I don't know, like $3 or $4 to mail them in. Just wrap them in some cardboard, tape them up, write the address on there. You can Google it on Eskimo's website. Send them in. I sent mine in because they were getting dull after 2 years. So sent them in using the K-Drill 7.5, using the Snow Dog, the 7 horsepower one. That's going to be awesome. I'm using 2 AquaView cameras this year for you guys. I'm going to try to do some tip-up cam fishing. Maybe I can do that tomorrow for you guys if the ice is safe. I'm trying not to bring a lot of camera gear out in the lake for the fear of going through, even though all my stuff is insured this year. Last year it was not. Actually, it isn't. Yeah, it's insured this year because I brought it out in the boat. So I have the AquaView 7 Pro and the AquaView 5 Pro. Nice. Sort of altitude. Running the K-Drill. I like the K-Drill, and I also used, I forget what brand it was last year, and it like cut way better than the K-Drill. Next year I might switch or something like that, or sell the 7.5, but it went cut way nicer. Same exact drill, just cut way nicer. I don't know if it uses more or less battery, but the one nice thing about the K drill is you can open up 2 holes because it's not a shaving blade; it's a chipping blade. And if you ever want to see a really cool video, go back to like last year, a year before last year. I had like an intro video on how the K drill worked in slow motion. It like throws gigantic chips out. It's really cool. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, running the K drill, running the fuel. I might, if anybody's in New Hampshire, has a gas auger. I'd love to borrow one near the end of the season for my northern trip because we have to drill through like 2 feet of ice in the K drill. I don't have enough batteries for that, basically. So if you got one, I'd love to borrow it. I'll come and get it. Pay for gas, quote you in the video, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because drilling through 2 feet of ice is a pain in the butt. So that's what I'm running for that. What am I running for rods? And I got some old tip-ups that were given to me. I'm running those. I hate tip-ups. I just hate spooling them up and putting split shot on and hooks and setting the hook and stuff like that. I'd rather fight it on a rod. That being said, I have 5 rods, 5 ice rods right now. I got a 50-inch with when I put my bait caster, my bass bait caster on for like Sebago for like the really deep water. Use that for with braid. 50-inch rod, that's like an Eagle Claw, something like that. I have another 32-inch, my Laker rod that I used last year that did pretty well. And then I have two Ugly Stick GX2s, 28-inch, and those are mediums, and that's what I use for my snappers. So they're kind of like a jaw decker, but it's the Automatic Fisherman brand, which I actually like better than the what do you want to call it? The jaw jacker, because it doesn't freeze. Like you could pour water on it and it would never freeze. Unlike the jaw jacker where you could just like breathe on it when it's cold out and it'll freeze. Locker running for $35. That sounds like a good deal. I run inline reels, so I have 2 Eagle Claw reels, a 13 fishing reel, and like I said, that PC Fun reel. And I have a 13 fishing tickle stick. That is my go-to rod. I've caught all sorts of stuff. I don't know how I haven't broken it yet. I just caught a perch on it yesterday, which you guys will see at 9 o'clock tonight if you guys are awake at that time and can stay up and watch the first Ice for New Hampshire video. I'm messing with my settings here, guys. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, the 6.5 K drill and the 8.5. Yeah, I think the 8.5, like that, they were just showing off. They're like, oh, we built a 7. They call it, it's a 7.5, but they call it 8. So people are mad, so they made an 8.5. Whatever. So that's what I'm running for that. I'm running muck boots for boots. I run a bunch of 2 pairs of wool socks from, what's the place there? Bass Pro, the redhead socks. People always ask me like how to keep your feet warm. Feet still don't stay warm. No, I'm actually drinking water. For my interview, if you guys didn't watch like how I got into fishing, you can go to my channel and go to my lives. You can see my live video from Monster Bass. And then you can see the live video on Monster Bass's channel too. It's about an hour long, me chatting with Monster Bass. What's up, fish bro? Yeah, I'm drinking water. I'm going to drink wine after this. I just didn't have time to do that. My son was going to sleep. Didn't want to make too much noise. Everything is good. Live chat is good. Unfortunately, I have 2 webcams. I was supposed to use this as my webcam, which is my nice Sony camera that you guys see when I'm doing my intros. Good job, Brandon. You figured it out, bud. I have some darn tough socks. I wear them as a base layer, and then I wear the Redhead heavy duty wool socks. And for you guys, I just got a new order of the Bend It beanies in. So if you want one of these, this one's going to be mine because mine flew out of my boat. I've lost now 2 of these. Lost one out of the boat, lost one ice fishing sometime. They only come in one color, one size fits all, and they are fleece lined the entire way. That's why they're super toasty. So if you want one, leave a message in the chat now and I'll contact you, or find me on Facebook or Instagram or something like that and I'll send you out one. Lost a cap with me. Oh yeah, I lost my and John's super fast bow. So Woods and Weeds Outdoors, my cousin John, he's got a YouTube channel. Check him out. He taught me a little bit about fishing, a lot about bass fishing for the most part. He pretty much got me into the bass fishing tournament thing and kind of the YouTube, I guess. But he's got his own channel. Check him out, and he'll be doing quite a few videos with me now. That'll be full time, and he's on Champlain area. But he's got a new kid at home too, so won't be filming as much as I will be. But we'll get out there. Like to get stuff with teeth. Yeah, pike on Champlain. Drew, Woods and Weeds is the one I gave you the spot for whitefish. Yeah, he's caught like 5 of them. Well, that's that text message I sent you earlier today. Caught like 5 of them, and then he hasn't caught any since. Yeah, so Brandon Whelan's the one that fell in the lake today or yesterday. It was yesterday, right? Yesterday fell in the lake. Dangerous. I'm not going to wear my muck boots tomorrow. I got to remember to bring my other boots, which is the one I tripped on and I broke my nose on. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will get ice. John will be on ice next week, probably. Yeah, New Hampshire needs like 1 pond. Well, New Hampshire has a couple ponds with pike. And I meant to go scout one in the boat last week, and I just didn't get around to it. Yeah, John and I, or Woods and Weeds and I, will be on Crown Point for sure. If the ice is super safe, I'll probably do an overnighter out there. We'll see, because it's quite a long trip to get out there. Yeah, I'll let you know, John. If I find ice tomorrow, I'll find brookies tomorrow because they stocked where I'm going. Yeah, there's a couple up by Moore. There's a couple over by the Connecticut River. There's one in the town I went to high school in. What is everybody using for cleats? That's what I want to know. And shoot me links. I need links. I use like Clam's little micro ice spikes, and they're great, except for if I'm like use the back of my heel, they just don't work. So I need new cleats before what's happening here with the camera? There we go. Before I fall down this year. You know what I mean. Ice spikes, micro spikes, whatever. Not the spikes, the springs. Yak tracks, the springs. I try. Yeah, everybody loves pike here in New Hampshire. I'm going to spend some time trying to get some pike either at Moore Reservoir is kind of a trip, and I've heard it's hit or miss ice fishing, and it can be sketchy on the ice, per John, actually, for Woods and Weeds. Drew, what do you use? Send me a link to what do you use for spikes? I got to buy something because I almost fell down yesterday while carrying my expensive camera. Yeah, that's in Western New Hampshire for pike. I have used a submersible light last year from some company, and I tried it and it leaked, and I had to send it back. So I might try the one from Aquaview. Aquaview makes one. I don't know who they brand it through, but they have a green light that they use. And actually, I've read that blue light works better in freshwater and green light works better in saltwater, but I have used them before. I've also used white light. Seems to help, especially with like crappie at night and stuff. Chum every hole. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm not gonna put holes in my muck boots though. The soles aren't. The soles aren't that deep. I want something I can take on and off. What else you guys want to talk about? Ask me questions. I'll see if I can answer them. Running two shanties this year. Running a flip over a single shanty that you guys see me in for years, and then I'm running a 949 insulated with the gray on the inside. And I just bought some lighting for the interior of my shack. I bought 3 strip lights, and I'm probably going to make a battery pack to power all this stuff I got. Yeah, my goal is to go sight fishing for brookies tomorrow if there's ice. Someone drove past the spot today, saw that there's possibly snow on it, but it was super foggy. So, but I'm not going to go any more than like 3 feet deep tomorrow, especially after this warm weather we had today. But there was snow on people's cars this morning, so I don't know if it warmed up everywhere or not. And every time I do like an ice fishing brook trout video, it gets like 4,000 to 5,000 views. So that's what I need. Yeah, I'm looking at your link, David. Those are the ones I use, and they just don't. They work, but see, like the section where the heel is open. That's where I slide. I got plenty of brook trout spots. Just look at the New Hampshire stocking list. It's pretty easy. Most of the time I'm fishing for brook trout, and well, max was 4 feet of water the other day. All right, favorite lake trout jigs. I like that question. So this year I've been experimenting with a bunch, and in most of the or don't look. Yeah, I'm not going to profile lake. I can tell you that. I know there's a couple ponds that get stocked that aren't kind of listed, but so lake trout jigs last year. I'm actually editing a video that you guys have not seen yet from ice fishing from last year. I used a 1/2 ounce AJ's Chartreuse Glow bucktail. And then I realized that after filming underwater and filming thousands of smelt getting chased by salmon, rainbows, and lake trout, that 98% of the bait in Winnipesaukee is probably this big. So, and if you want to put that up to a phone size, they're not very big. So what I've been using is a Fatso Grub size 4 It's basically just a crappy tungsten with a little white paddle tail on it from Jawbone. And I've caught salmon on it. I've caught tons of lake trout on it. It's tiny. It's hard to set the hook. And if I can, I'm going to find I have other jigs that I've been trying, but the profile matches those smelt perfectly, and I've been hooking them. I've also tried some bone colored Albie spoons, or epoxy jigs, as they're called. Yeah, I've seen Vinny's jigs. I talked to his business. I talked to Clay actually from what's that podcast? Can't remember. I'm looking it up right now. Oh, Fish Nerds podcast. Yeah, I talked to him last year. Hopefully, him and I will hang out this year, do a little collab together. Buckshot Spoon worked last year. Any of those like little small profile ones where they can just hit it, it seemed to work best. But it's got to be small. Like we're not fishing with uncut angling or anything like that, where they're throwing, or Jay Siemens, where they're throwing like a 3-ounce 6-inch tube, which I am going to buy some of those just for like shits and giggles. Let's see if they work. Yeah, salmon through the ice would be pretty sweet, especially in. I haven't caught a lake trout on a rattle trap I've caught it in open water, but not hard water. Dragon Slayers, that's key. I've been wanting to try their products, and I've been wanting to try, like, buy some frostbite stuff. They actually have a new tungsten spoon. Do you guys see that? I don't know if you guys have seen any of those videos yet. They just came out. It's like the only YouTube that I watch. They have the new dinner bell. It's tungsten. They have Dragon Slayers, the mini and the big one. I want to try the frostbite rods. Maybe in the middle of this year, if I make more money doing YouTube. What else? Yeah, I want to try all that stuff. Yes, I just watched his new video where he caught a 40-incher on. Yeah, he basically got his line all tangled, but. Yeah, have you actually caught one on a Senko? Because I've actually put down Senkos at Sebago and did not catch one. Oh, you did, John. That's sweet. I'll have to check those out. I didn't even know they could make one out of tungsten like that shape, but I want to try some of their rods. I'm sure their rods are pretty sweet. Yeah, I've seen them or I've seen pictures of lake trout with Senkos and stuff in them, but I haven't. We were on Sebago this spring, and I was not catching any lake trout, but my buddy was, because I didn't have a leader on. I was being stupid. But I put down a Senko and just dead stick it, and they wouldn't pick it up. And I was just talking to the Tackle Shack over in Meredith, and they had bio bait on the wall, which is like biodegradable Senkos and swim baits and stuff like that, all the plastics. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if New Hampshire's even talked about it yet, or Maine or Vermont, of getting rid of plastics, but somebody's going to do it. It's going to be such a freaking nightmare. Yeah, they do. They make biodegradable ones. So BioBait is the company that makes them. I don't know how good they are. I haven't held them in my hand yet. They were looking for pro staff a little while ago, and I should have applied. I didn't get around to it. Lakers full of tapeworms. No thanks. I'm going to try to eat a Laker this year. I'm going to probably try to smoke it or something. Make it taste better. If not, I might do a funny video like cooking it and then feeding it to the dog. Oh, they do work. Are they like same consistency as a normal plastisol, or no? Nice, David. Yeah, hopefully I can crank out a brook trout video for you guys tomorrow. That'd be sweet. If not, it'll be a bass, crappie, whatever. It's good to hear about the BioBait. Maybe I'll reach out to them. But I bought some hooks and stuff from Tackle Shack over in Newberry the other day. Place was loaded, like absolutely loaded. Yeah, I have some Z-Man stuff, but not a lot. I haven't really bought a lot of big plastics. I've been doing trout and stuff like that, where I haven't really gone bass fishing. I've only gone bass fishing like twice this year. My plan is to go live on the ice this year. With this microphone, with my laptop, I just need to find a spot on Winnie that has really good cell phone service. And I'll do like an overnight camping live fishing at the same time. And that's where the battery packs and stuff come in. Yeah, I've heard their TRD stuff is really good. Yeah, I've never tried lake trout. Only thing I've heard is smoke them to get some of that fishy, equal out some of that fishy taste. I fish 19 Mile Bay a lot. I don't remember what the service coverage is, but if Center Harbor or Meredith has got good service, I got a couple of spots on in Meredith now. I've never fished out of Center Harbor, but I got to try that area as well. But the first few ice trips will probably be like 19 mile or 20 miles, kind of crappy. But I live in Goffstown, New Hampshire. Since most of you, I know pretty much everybody on the chat right now. Don't mind saying where I'm from. Just west of Manch Vegas. Yeah, that's what I need to find on Center Harbor. Well, it's got to be ice first, then I'll find it. But the one I fished on Meredith I fished 4 times in Meredith, and caught, a ton of trout. And salmon. Hold on, guys. I'm doing some stuff for tomorrow. Yeah, it's funny. I went fishing out of Meredith with somebody who knows the lake. And he's like, "Oh, why'd you want to meet Meredith?" I'm like, "It's the only place I know." He's like, "Well, you should go over to Center Harbor because you can get access to the whole lake from me." I'm like, "I'm not even sure what the boat launch is. You should have told me." So most of my videos came out of like launching out of Meredith Harbor and then going out to the left. That's a big yellow perch. Packing some of my stuff tomorrow, trying to multitask and talk to you guys. Sorry, ahead of time. I don't know why this camera is freaking out about focus. Wish my other camera had worked. But do you guys like this kind of chat stuff? Because I plan on doing it every Thursday forever. Ever ice fish Great Bay? No. Great Bay like ocean Great Bay? Like Portsmouth area? I fished Brindle Pond before a couple of times. Did a couple of videos out of there. I have not fished Great Bay, but I fished the Squamscott River. I think Squamscott River, and early in the morning, and then literally 3 hours later, they released on the news that they had a water overflow and they dumped sewage right where I was ice fishing. Like, luckily, I was not there. But I heard people catch stripers in there, and they go in there for smelt and white perch and all sorts of stuff during the ice. It's got parts of it's pretty sketchy, I guess. But I've not been there in the boat either. Lost in the world. Yeah, it was definitely sketchy ice fishing it. Appears to be raining outside, which is not good. People catch them from shore too, or from the docks. I talked to a guy a couple of years ago that was ice fishing on the docks or not ice fishing on the docks, but fishing from the docks and catching smelt. Why is it raining out? We don't need this rain, guys. We just don't. Yeah, Brindle has some big fish in it. I've caught some crappie out of there. I just got a lead on freshwater smelt. Yeah, I had luck on Brindle Pond. There's a video from 2 years ago that's like last ice open water. That's from Brindle. John, I am coming because I want to catch a walleye through the ice, which I've done before. And I saw the videos of those guys down there, Alex, fishing with Alex. I've actually chatted with him, catching those catfish through the ice, the channel cats and stuff. Try inshore fishing in January. I don't know. I'm going to stick to ice fishing all winter long. I'm not going to do any, unless I do like the Salmon River and go up that way. I'm going to stick to ice fishing. I probably will hit the Salmon River this year. I had fun last year, but my audience really likes ice fishing all winter long. So one half dozen the other. And I don't. Yeah, we need ice. This rain that I'm hearing outside my house is not promising at all. Yeah, I'm trying to. My goal. How many videos do you think I should release a week? I want an answer from everybody in the chat, all 7 of you. Don't say 5 because it's not possible. All right, 2 at least, 1 or 2. And I'm trying to make them like really good quality videos, not just strap the GoPro on and just rock it out there and catch a couple Lakers and go home. I just heard about a spot that has walleye, but you can't target them through the ice in the lakes around here because their season closes end of October, I think, except for the Connecticut River. Connecticut River has special regs. All right, 2 videos a week. I'm going to try for 2 videos a week. Do you like during the week? Do you like weekend videos better? Yeah, just gotta be able to get to those slow stretches. Some of the setbacks, John, if you're still on, have you ever caught a walleye in one of the setbacks before? He fishes them all the time. That's not good news, bud. 40 in Claremont is not good in heavy rain. Weekday, at least 2. All right. I'm going to try to release 2 good videos a week. They might be like a how-to video. Actually, so I have to release videos for a couple of my sponsors during the month. So I'm going to releasing videos anyways, as much as I can. And then I'll try to do 1 or 2 a week. I have some how-to videos coming out where I got to film them if I'm not ice fishing tomorrow, which I am. Film them shortly and get them out for you guys. I'm going to make up some cuss traps. I have a new design for a cuss trap and scrap my old ones, but we'll see. You love watching unboxing new baits. See, that doesn't do it for me. I have to do it anyways. So the Monster Bass Ice Box series. So I'm partnering with them this winter. So for November, December, January, February, partnering with them. They're sending me stuff and doing unboxing for them and doing a how-to video and just using their gear out on the ice. So you'll be seeing those videos, 3 of those a month, or 1 of 3 videos Monster Bass based this year until February. And then that's up and I might work with them. I think they might have a trout box coming out. We'll see. I might be part of that group. That'd be kind of cool. Thank you. I will be careful in the morning. Yeah, I don't get the iFish Pro thing. I actually want to make one out of PVC, but I've been puzzling with the design in my brain without using a yeah, you're welcome, Ian. I might do one of those giveaways again. I'm trying to make money on this stuff now, so I'm not trying to give it away. If anybody wants a beanie, like I said, if you're new to the chat, DM me and I will send you one. And I have hoodies, not this one, but I have hoodies for sale that say Bend It on it. You know what? Let me get them right now. You guys probably seen it. This is not very clean, but that's the Bend It hoodie, super heavy duty. And that's it, the back. Sweet. Make one out of a home bucket lid. What, a cuss trap? I can get you on a cuss. They're pretty easy. How do I feel about the jaw jackers? I like the jaw jacker, but not as much as the automatic fisherman snapper. So the automatic fisherman snapper is like wicked rugged and it does not freeze. If you watch my video from 2 years ago of brook trout fishing, I missed a bunch of brookies because the trigger mechanism got a little bit of water on it because you're flipping up brookies and stuff like that, and it froze. The instant that brookie felt the tension on the line on that egg, he spit it right out. So I'm going to probably buy more automatic fishermen's. And they're cheaper than, I think they're still cheaper than jaw jackers. They are still cheaper. They're like $35. And they're not sold out, surprisingly, on Bass Pro's website. I've been skunked on Cusk, but we were not in a good area. So I've been doing good on Cusk. And so the video that's coming out, not tonight, but the next ice fishing one that's coming out probably, is like a film series of Trophy Cusk. So I hope you guys will like that. Cut walleyes, the drop offs. How do you jam the automatic fisherman into the ice? You don't. It just sits there. And what I do is I take some of the slush or whatever from the hole and just push it on the legs, and it just stays there. Here, you know what? I'm gonna link it right now. You know, I'm gonna see. I doubt it's on Amazon. Let me look right now. Yeah, it's on Amazon. And for some reason, it doesn't have a price. Give me 1 second. I gotta use two different screens here. There's like a couple really cool ones. There's an automatic jigging one. There's some really funky stuff I find on Amazon right from China. It's not on Amazon. I'm not finding it. Give me 1 second. Still looking. It's got 6 stars, but it's not showing up. But here's the link. Oh, the link is too big. Give me 1 second. I can find it. Snapper. There we go. Just because it was a promotional link, it wasn't too long. All right, you better link that. All right, that's done. Good to know. I'm thinking of a different design. Recommend. So, Drew, what are you talking about? Like the set line for Cusk, or what are you talking about? Any recommendations for jigs for Cusk? So I've only caught them a couple. Actually, only caught a couple jigging on the ice, and what I just saw from somebody is the Flutter Spoon, which is actually in the Monster Bass box. It's kind of got like it's a spoon action, but it's got two like little fins that hang off the side, so it actually like scopes out. And anything that glows. So the anything that glows. So the little tungsten jig that I recommend, the Fatso Grub, which I'm gonna link that for you guys too below. I don't think it's on Amazon either. Wish it was. Damn Amazon and their freaking Maynard's Fatso Grub. And it's weird. I found this on the racks on Bass Pro last year, and then as soon as ice fishing stopped, they stopped. So I bought directly from them. This is the thing I would recommend. Purple Buckshot Spoons, get a good charge. Yes. I agree with tight lines there on the Buckshot Spoon. Yeah, cut the extra hooks off or whatever. And then if you guys want a glow light, what I use is my, it's actually in my truck right now, is a UV curing light for fly fishing, for UV glue. You can find UV glow lights on Amazon as well. They work fantastic. They glow way better than any phone or jig charging device because they're meant to do that. Live jig minnow. Yeah, I have some Lindy jigs. I have all sorts of like ice fishing gear. I just went through it. I literally dumped my boat out into a bag yesterday night. Yeah, yesterday night, and like packed half of my ice fishing stuff. I don't have anything set up for Lakers yet. but I will in a couple weeks. I'll have like a Laker box, and then I'll have whatever else. And I'm trapping this year, so I have plenty of bait, which I'm going to bring tomorrow, but they're monster shiners. So hopefully where I'm going tomorrow, they stock the big ones, but we'll see. I don't know if they stock those like with the 3-pounders. Yeah, you got to fish a standard tungsten. Buy some of those Menards tackle fatso grubs, size 4. They are just, that's what I've caught. I caught like a 26-inch lake trout on it this year, like the biggest fish I've caught on it. 23.5 salmon, multiple other lake trout. They just work. I wish the hook gap was bigger, but the profile of a smelt is like the exact same size. So hopefully I don't lose you guys. I'm actually clicking on something on my channel real quick. My watch hours are up. That's good. Scheduled for 9 p.m. So if you guys stay on for another 6 minutes, you guys can watch the new ice fishing video. I'd caught smelt Lakers pickerel trout on my Castmaster spoons, or like, I guess they're not really a spoon, whatever you want to call them. Castmasters work great. I have caught lake trout on Castmasters, and there's I forget the name of the brand, but it's blue and white. It looks like a Castmaster, but it's longer. It's like one of my first Lakers that I caught on Winnie. Thanks, Brandon. Be safe out there as well. Hopefully you feel better. Did you hope you didn't actually break your hand? Yeah, 1/12 ounce. Yeah, with lake trout, if you can crank it away from them fast enough where they don't actually see what it is, they just see a profile, something running from them, they're gonna hit it. No pin smelts yet. Sweet. This is like a good chat for you guys. Well, hopefully I'll do this again I will do this again next week if I think I'm around next week, but the week after I'm not, I think. No, actually, next week I'm not around. Maybe I am. I got a crazy schedule, guys, if you didn't notice. I might be around next week. I'll schedule it for next week. I never caught one on a bucktail until I went up to First Lake, and I caught one in March. And the fish was this big, and the bucktail was this big. I'm like, how did you eat that? Like, they ate it. And for Drew, anybody else wondering why that Maynard's tackle? I know someone who just caught a New Hampshire trophy size lake trout, 30 inches, 30 and a quarter, I think, on a fatso grub. That tungsten jig with a what do you want to call it? The little fake gulp minnows that look like smelt. I put David on his first Laker by accident a couple weeks ago. We were fishing for white perch. Lakers to the ice are probably the funnest. I'm going to try to do like an uncut angling kind of video where I have an ice saw. Well, I'm borrowing an ice saw. Try to do a sight fishing for Laker video where I'm going to cut a big hole in the ice and sight fish through it for Lakers. I need to be in, for Winnie, I need to be in under 15 feet, I think, unless it's rock bottom. Yeah, I marked my hole pretty good. I bring trees out with me and stuff. Always. I said the same thing, tight lines fishing, and then I always buy more stuff. I will try again, but I'm going to be on vacation for part of next week, surprisingly. But I'll try to do a live after that if I have time. I'll schedule it, and if I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'll do it. But hopefully this time works for you guys. Works for me. My son's asleep. which is key. But I'll schedule it again for 8 p.m. live on Thursdays, and then I'm gonna do some on the ice. Yeah, tight line. I don't use a lot of jigs either. I've like kind of honed what I use for jigs, for crappie and perch, and what I should do is buy a bunch of different colors of this Fatso grub. I make sure I buy the glow ones, of course, and I actually bought my own powder coat in chartreuse to paint my own jigs. I found myself standing. Oh wow! So does Third Connecticut have Lakers? I thought Third Connecticut only had Trout. I do use Swedish pimples. I haven't used them in a long time. I used to use them in Vermont quite a bit, but I haven't used them in a while. Yeah, I've heard that about Third. I guess there's an unmarked reef on Third Lake that I have to go try out. Can you guys still see me good? The light is literally blinding my eyeballs out. Ah. No excuse. I'm trying, bud. Yeah, how do you guys feel about the camera quality? Is this good for you guys? I have a better camera than I was trying to use, and then I plugged this one in and automatically switched over to this one. But hopefully the microphone's really good because I don't think my brother's joined, but he's the one that bought me this really nice professional microphone. Thank you. So I don't sound like a big echoing crap. Yeah, rainbows in 60 feet. That's crazy. Good. Glad it looks good. I'm sure most of you are watching on your phone, so it doesn't really matter too much. But all right, see you, Drew. I'm sure I'll chat with you later, probably tomorrow. Try to stay dry. And the ice fishing video has released, so I do not blame you if you want to go over and check the ice fishing video out. You can watch it at the same time. No, you can't actually, unless you have two devices. But I'm going to post it on New Hampshire stuff here in a second. Actually, I'll post it right now when I'm talking to you guys. Bum, bum, bum. Let's download this and put it on my desktop. Bam. All right, you guys still there? I gotta head out to evening. First like, awesome. I agree with crappie and lake. So if you were to give my best species on the ice, it would be rookies. Well, not in this order. So lake trout, because they could just get massive. Lake trout, brookies, and crappie are kind of tied because you can kind of catch like a really big crappie and they're native. Well, not native, but they're not messed with. They grow by themselves. They're not stocked. And then brookies. Brookies are just beautiful, but they only last like a certain part of the year because they just get cleaned out like instantly, which is annoying. And I am what? Desktop. Al Parker. Hey, how's it going? Can't wait to try and catch a Laker. No white perch. Hey, I haven't. You get me on white perch, and I will add white perch to the list. I love white perch because they fight like crazy. But I've been skunked too many times on white perch, so they are on my like shit list right now, if you want to call it that. And sorry, guys, I'm in the middle of posting right now, so I'm sorry I'm not chatting to you. I'm trying to confirm someone's name real quick. Yeah. Mascoma and Winnie are all my work pair. White perch capitals. Love whites. Two just harder for me, anyways. Yeah, so if you watch some of my actually before I started like really doing YouTube, I used to hammer white perch on Lake Champlain because they have a commercial fishery. You can actually go sell them, and they buy them by the pound. So we used to bring in like $50 worth of freaking white perch and pay for gas. It's super fun. New Hampshire doesn't do that, of course, but I do love white perch. And on Champlain, they hang out with Lakers. So you'll see like a flurry of white perch come in, and then Lakers will be like eating the white perch. It's phenomenal. And they're like little sharks, like the way that they act in the water and stuff like that. Browns can get big too, but I've only caught like one or two browns to the ice. Lake Wentworth. Haven't fished Lake Wentworth yet. People are going to go crazy on Facebook saying I'm dangerous. You watch. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, New Hampshire has so many freaking lakes. I can't even fathom trying to like fish them all. I know there's a couple people that are trying to fish them all. It's kind of crazy. But my goal is to spend a week up in like the Pittsburgh area, spend a couple days over in the lakes that partner with Maine, because I got some leads on some bigger Lakers. And then I'm going to fish no fish newbie as well. 29-inch brown out of Webster. That is insane. Still not the state record, but that's still humongous. The biggest I've caught is like 32, and that was out of like Lake Michigan. All right, so you guys still in the chat? I do have a snow dog. I have the snow dog B7ZE, which is the smallest one. They don't make them anymore. That's huge. Oh, wow. Like 14 pounds, right? I mean, they just get big. They just like non-stop growing. Yeah, send us a picture. Bum, bum, bum. Climbing a slope of 30 degrees. I don't know, to tell you the truth. So I have the smallest one. If you have Facebook there, ABC, join Snow Dog Users Group on Facebook, and you can ask that question. I've seen some of the people they groom fat bike trails, which is basically a mountain bike trail, and they talk about some steep angles. The Snow Dog has a couple of problems. It doesn't have skis, it doesn't have outriggers, so it does get kind of tippy. So you can add take out the bogey wheels and add slides in them, and it becomes more stable. With the 13 horsepower, you can just rip up a hill. I mean, mine, I've never had anything it would not go over. I've got stuck in snowbanks, but that's just because it was like white powder snowbank and I just got stuck. And I was towing too wide of a sled. So 14 pounds is ginormous. I think mine was like 16, something like that. That's huge. So David just sent me the pic of the fish there. Actually, you know what? I'll show you guys something. David, do you mind if I show the picture to everybody? All right, I'm not going to wait. There's the big brown. His daughter caught. Which, if that was my kite, I'd be like, that was mine. That was not my, that was not. I would claim it as my own. Sure, the excitement was pretty crazy, but I actually have to go, you guys, because I have to go promote this video that just came out. If you guys would be so kind, whoever's left on, go to my YouTube channel, find the link for my newest YouTube video, and share it around. That helps me a lot. Make sure you comment on the video, hit the thumbs up button, all the above. But thank you guys very much for chatting with me for the last hour and 13 minutes. It's been fantastic. I will try again next week. And you guys have all a nice night and stay safe, either in the open water or the ice. Wear all your protective gear and go with somebody. That's like number one rule. Go with somebody who knows what they're doing. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks again. Thanks, Al. I will keep posting them as much. You're going to like the next ice fishing video after this one. This one is kind of last minute, threw it together and sketchy ice.